Well, earlier today, I spoke to Priya Dutt, Congress MP from Mumbai North Central. Priya, you know, the first thing that struck many of us when we read the news this morning was how horrific it was that something like this had happened in the city of Mumbai, of all places.
Yes, Nidhi, and I think it's extremely sad and extremely shocking to see and hear about these incidences, and especially of such young working girls, students who come into the city for really pursuing their dreams, and a city which we could proudly say was one of the safest cities in India where women were concerned. To hear these kind of incidences is really terrible.
You know, so much has happened since the December 16th gang rape here in Delhi. We saw these massive protests that took place. You had a new anti-rape law that suddenly came in. And clearly what you're seeing, not just with this incident, but a series of incidents over the last few months, is that this is not a deterrent.
No, it hasn't, Nidhi, and I think, we have very good laws in place, and we always talk about implementation of the existing laws. But I feel we have to look at the larger issues as well. We'll have to look at police reforms, we have to look at judicial reforms, and to top it all, we have to look at social reforms in a big way. You know, when we talk about police reforms, we have to also consider the plight of the police, who has to really, first of all, the ratio between the police and our population is very dismal. You know, the police have to also be looked at as part of our society. They have to be more awareness created, more sensitization to be done. So there are a lot of police reforms which need to be put into place, and more recruitment of police force. Judicial reform, of course, is something which everybody is harping on, and what happens is that laws take its own course. It goes into years and years and years, and people forget. Everybody starts living a normal life, and unfortunately everything just goes back to normal. So these are the things which we really have to focus on. And why I put in social reforms here is because, with development, with growth, society changes, society evolves, and with that development and growth also come a lot of issues and problems which we unfortunately don't take too seriously and don't give that much importance to. And the issue which I would want to bring to light is about drug abuse, and drug abuse becoming a huge menace in our society, not only in Mumbai city, but I think in our entire country, and we have to take a closer look at social reforms here.
Well, you know, Priya, the issue also, of course, became immediately politicized this morning. The BJP raised it in Parliament, asking what kind of security measures are in place as far as the protection of women is concerned. And they also listed out a number of incidents that have taken place recently in Mumbai and in Maharashtra.
I'll tell you one thing. It's very sad when I hear Parliament becoming a place where everything is politicized, where in situations like this we should come together and come up with solutions. One state is blaming the other, this state is blaming this one, this chief minister should resign, this home minister should resign. This is not the answer. When we talk about incidences of violence against women, it happens in our country, not only in a particular state, but many states in our country. And I also want to bring to your notice that the highest number of rapes are happening in Madhya Pradesh. The most increased rates of violence against women is in Madhya Pradesh. So I know when an incident happens in Delhi or Mumbai, it becomes a national issue, but we have to look at security of women in every level and everywhere. It could be from a slum, it could be from a building, it could be from an elite home, from anything. Security of a woman should be our prime focus, and not politicizing the matter like this.
Well, my last question is going to really, take off from the first question that I asked you, Priya, which is that there's been this long-standing perception that Mumbai was the safest city for women in this country. Is that no longer true?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say. Yes, Mumbai has changed tremendously, and I know I grew up in a Mumbai which which I can proudly say was, I think, one of the safest places for women. Today, yes, like I said, because of a lot of changes in demographics, a lot of changes in society, things have changed, and I feel we need to have stronger measures. We need to make the people feel more secure, especially the women who come into these cities from various states and various countries to study, to work. We have to make it a safer place for them.
All right, Priya Dutt, thanks very much for joining us. Was Congress MP Priya Dutt joining me earlier today. Well, let's get straight into our debate this evening as we look at whether anything's really changed and whether we're really just a morally bankrupt society. What do you do then? Is any law, any policing ever going to be good enough? Joining us this evening, Renuka Chaudhary, the national spokesperson of the Congress party, as well as Rajya Sabha MP. We're joined by Kavita Krishnan, one of the activists you saw at the forefront of the agitations here in Delhi after the December gang rape. Also with us tonight, filmmaker Sudhir Mishra from Mumbai. Rahul Narvekar of the Shiv Sena is also with us, and we're also being joined by the former Mumbai Police Commissioner, Mr. M.N. Singh. Let me first ask Renuka Chaudhary. Renuka, you know, we saw all those protests, we saw the outrage, we've seen the anger, we saw the anti-rape law, and you've had this horrible incident that's shaken everyone in Mumbai yesterday. But there have been other incidents happening as well. They may not make front page news, but they've been happening. What's really changed? Obviously, the law is not a deterrent. What's really changed?
Nidhi, I do believe that collectively our perceptions have to change. First of all, making women accountable for their own safety is a bit ridiculous. The onus is always on women, where our families tell us to shut up, the husbands tell the wives to shut up, the brothers tell the sisters to shut up, and hence it's this unspoken silence that is imposed on all of us to say keep quiet and don't raise an issue. We are talking about rapists outside the family. What about the rapists within the family? How do we reach out to them? Thank God that this government in the center has actually been the most pro-women initiatives have been taken by this government. And we have put into place, we have amended laws which have impacted on women. We have recognized the rights of women under various family laws. We have provided special helplines for women. And we can do all of that. But at the end of the day, if we as families, as societies, we don't take charge and we don't orient our children, the boys that we bring up, and make them believe that women are not for their entertainment,